Hello friends, today we are going to see key elements of mechatronics where we included the various key elements elaborating various block in each block diagram representation. Now, key elements of mechatronics. The key elements of mechatronics representation with the two block diagram. So, you can represent key elements of mechatronics with this block diagram or another block diagram also. This is your choice. We will start with the first block diagram, that is the key element of mechatronics. So, mechatronics systems included with the two parts, that is the information systems and this block. So, what is this block? This block is the electromechanical block where included three systems, that is the mechanical systems, electrical systems and computer systems. These three systems are combined together with various sensors, actuators and another blocks. So, what is that? Mechanical systems correlated with the electrical systems with using sensors and actuators. In the same way, electrical systems and the computer systems correlated with each other or signaling together with A to D and D to A, that is analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. So, this whole signal interfacing are done in real time. So, real time interfacing with the electromechanical parts are included together to combine with the information systems. So, in information systems are included three part also. So, what is that? That is the simulation and modeling, automatic control and optimization. So, after the information systems means what? Depending upon the customer requirement, we are making the software with using in simulation and modeling. After that, it will be implemented in this electromechanical part, and that is a general idea, or you can say the key elements of a mechatronics. Now, the another part of the key elements of mechatronics is represent in the another block diagram, that is now the another block diagram representation of a mechatronics systems which included mechanical systems combined together with the input signal conditioning and the interfacing, which is again connected to the digital control architecture, and this digital control architecture are connected to the output signal conditioning and interfacing, and these are connected to the graphical display. Now we will see details of each block with their example also. Now, mechanical systems where actuators and sensors are included. Actuators and sensors both are working in simultaneous way. Means what? The physical parameters, whatever physical parameter is there, like temperature, light or also another parameters that are sensed. So, sensors and actuators are working in simultaneous way. So, in actuators, the example as you seen is the DC motor, stepper motor, servo motor. So, mainly motors are included in the actuators and sensors are included potentiometer, phototronics, digital encoder, thermocouple or accelerometer. So, what are that? Sensors are sense the physical parameters, like photophysical parameters. In thermocouple we consider as a temperature, in accelerometer we consider as an acceleration, the potentiometer consider as a potential and the photoelectronics consider as a light. So, all the physical sensors are sensed by the sensors and it is connected with the actuators. So, in actuators, what are the motor is there? These are connected with your linear motion. So, again the topic is considered as a motion. So motion, it will be divided into two parts, that is a linear motion and angular motion. So motor displacement are depending upon the angular as well as linear motion. Now whatever the signal is coming from the mechanical systems or goes to the input signal conditioning and interfacing, and the example of this is the amplifier, discrete circuits and the filters. So how the example is working actually? So amplify does amplify the signals, small signals into the high signals. After that the filters are filter the unwanted signals, and the discrete circuits and the digital and analog to digital converter is done as per their requirements. Okay. After that digital control architecture is there, where logic circuits, SBC and PLC also there, and microcontroller. So what is that? This is nothing but whatever the signal is coming and amplified, that is going to digitalize, and digitalize means obviously connected to the PC, and the PC is nothing but concluded as the software implementation, where PLC and the microcontroller are the actual PC interfacing device which is connected to the your softwares. So, control algorithm, communication and logic arithmetic is also there, where depending upon the customer requirements the software is been changed, and all these are digital control architecture. Now whatever the signal is coming from the digital control architecture is been again passed to the output signal conditioning and interfacing, where amplifier, pulse width modulators, power transistor and power op-amp is also used. Now the question arises, here is also amplifier is there and input signaling is also amplifier is there. So input signal conditioning and output signal conditioning, in both way amplifier are used. So output signal conditioning is also there, where the large small signals are converted into large signals, and it is going to the graphical display, where LED and LCD are used. So the simple LED, LCD, CRT, digital display are the various examples of the graphical display, and that is going to show what are the actual key elements of a mechatronics. Now we will see elaborately all the parts of mechanical systems of a mechatronics. Now mechanical and electromechanical are the another part, as you know, in the mechanical mechatronic systems, where it is refer to the sensors. So the sensors and actuators are included in the electromechanical part. Now we will see the details of the sensors. So what are the various sensors? As you know, the basic part of the sensor is that it senses the physical parameters, where the light, temperature and acceleration are the examples. So what are the various sensors? See, physical physical variable can be measured using sensors. Light using photoresistor means what? Photoresistor sense the light, potentiometer sense the displacement, magnetic sensor sense the tilt or the direction, sound is using to sense the microphone, pressure sensed by the strain gauge, micro switch sense the touch, which are used in various tablets and mobile also, temperature sensed by the thermistor, which are used in the AC and various temperature application based devices also, and the humidity using the conductivity sensors. Here are the some pictorial view of the electromechanical sensor. Now, another part of the key elements of the mechatronics in the electromechanical part, that is the actuator. Now, in actuator, DC servo motor, stepper motor, solenoid, speaker, light emitting diode, that is the LED, shape memory alloy, electromagnetic and pump applied to the commanded application on the physical process are included. That means what? The various signal coming from the sensors are again commanded to the actuators. Here are various examples of electromechanical actuators. So, another part is that the IC based sensors and actuators is also used in day by day, that is the advanced part of the actuators. Now, key elements of mechatronics are referred to the electrical and electronic part. So, in electrical and electronics part are referred to the resistor and capacitor part. Electronic elements are also referred to the digital and analog electronics like transistor, operational amplifier, opto oscillators, signal conditioning and power electronics. The electrical and electronic elements are used to interface sensors, actuators to the control interface to computing hardware elements. Here is the examples where computing hardware elements is there, that is nothing but your IC part and resistor or capacitor part is in there. Now, key elements of mechatronics with the computing hardware part where control hardware is also used. The examples of control interface and computing hardware is E to D and D to A, that is the analog to digital converter and digital to analog converter. So, in that the various example is this microprocessor, microcontroller, data acquisition and data acquisition board, also digital signal processing board. Here is the examples of a board. Here is the signal processing board. Here is our microprocessor or microcontroller board. Again part is that control interface and computing hardware part, where control interface and hardware allow digital and analog interfacing, where communication of sensor signal to the control computer and communication of control signal from the control computer to the actuator. Control computing hardware implements a control algorithm which are used sensor measurement to compute control actions to the applied by the actuators. Here is again examples of a computer hardware. Now, another aspects of a key elements of mechatronics is computer and information systems. So, mechanical, electromechanical, electronics, electrical and electronics part. Now, computer and control system part included, that is nothing but an information systems where hardware and software utilization performance is being happen, where computer aided dynamic system analysis, optimization, design and simulation part is included. Virtual instrumentation is another examples of computer and information systems, rapid control prototype, hardware in the loop simulations, PC based data acquisition and the control part is there. Here is the another capture view of the software screenshot of the computer information systems where we can implement the logic depending upon the customer supports is been there, and depending upon that we will see how an actual application is been happen in the software only, and depending upon that the result will actually implementation is been there. In this way we have concluded and ended the key elements of a mechatronics where we are seeing the various elaboration part of the electromechanical systems, computer systems, electrical and electronic systems. Thank you.